Monero for Dummies, right? It seems like a lot of people don't understand Monero and how just like easy it is to fully grasp, right? Essentially, to dumb it down to the most simplest level, it is a super private cryptocurrency that's cash for the internet. Monero is digital money that keeps your business, right? Imagine it like a little secret piggy bank that no one could peek into. Not the bank, not the government, not the tax man, not the nosy neighbor, not the divorce attorney. Nobody, right? Nobody is able to see your business because that's not their business, no matter the situation you may be in. Now, why should you care about this, digital cash? Well, number one, debit cards and apps like, Cash App, Venmo, show everybody what you spent and where. And then Monero says, nah, like Rosa Parks. And it's like paying with cash at the farmer's market, right? But online and worldwide. When you pay with cash at a farmer's market, or wherever you might be, you could be buying a DRUGS, and nobody will ever know, right? It's the anonymity with cash, but online. So, your next question might be, how does this magical internet money, Monero, work? And it all starts with your wallet. You simply download Cake Wallet on your phone, and it will give you the secret little address, this little string of numbers and letters. It also shows you a little QR code, for people to scan instantly. Very easy. It's like a P.O. box for your money, but better. And the next step is sending money. When you pay someone, Monero scrambles who's sending the transaction and how much is being sent, right? It's like mailing a sealed envelope of cash with no return address. This is the best way to describe it. And then the third step, right, is getting paid. Someone sends you some digital cash, some Monero, and it instantly goes to your wallet. You will see 0/10. That is the amount of confirmations for it to be fully settled. Now, for traditional finance, right, it takes 3 to 5 days for it to fully settle your funds. Monero, you can move on at 0 confirmations, right? Monero transactions do not fail. You could wait around for a couple confirmations, but full confirmation time, those 10 confirmations take 10 to 20 minutes. No one else, too, can spy on it. Like Bitcoin or the current financial system. Bitcoin is even worse than the current financial system because everybody can see your balance, your previous transactions, yada, yada, yada. Right? Doesn't make any sense. How can that replace the dollar? Simply put, it can't. And with Monero, only you know it's there. No one can spy. Your next question, too, after why should you care, is why is it better than Bitcoin, right? I've heard Bitcoin is this freedom money that's going to replace the dollar and all fiat, and it's the future, and it's going to $500 trillion, and, all this and all that, all these, figureheads. And simply put, Bitcoin was one of the first digital cash iterations. But it ended up getting hijacked. And all the privacy features that its creator talked about implementing instead got implemented into Monero. Very convenient, might I add. And then think of Bitcoin like a glass piggy bank out in the open, or a public bank account where there is a number over your head saying you own X number of dollars in Bitcoin. Yes, and not to mention that Bitcoin is slow, it cannot scale, it is very expensive, it is not fungible. One Bitcoin does not equal one Bitcoin because that Bitcoin can become tainted, blacklisted, essentially frozen. Right? How is that better than the legacy financial system? It's not. It's not freedom money. It's also not future-proof. Essentially, the Bitcoin network is going to survive off of fees, which is not possible because nobody really uses Bitcoin, right? And when people actually use it, like what we saw in 2021, or all these little spikes in transactions, those fees can get into hundreds of dollars. And that's not possible to build an economy on that. I can't go to Starbucks and buy a $12 drink and pay a $50 transaction fee. That's not the future. We also see these large mining facilities that are heavily centralized, and they're not going to be able to survive off of fees, right? There's not enough transactions, and it just becomes a death spiral. That is the easiest way to explain it, right? The mining in and of itself is to support the network to keep it going. And with Bitcoin, nobody can just mine it. You need these large, expensive machines to support the network, which leads to centralization as people with money keep progressing and progressing like a snowball. Versus Monero, where anybody with a home computer, you can mine it with a car radio. It is really money for the people, right? And that was originally what Bitcoin was supposed to be. And instead, it got hijacked by national interests, right? The government does not want you having Monero, doesn't want you replacing the dollar. They want full control over your finances. They don't want you to be able to hide money from the IRS or a divorce attorney or anybody like that, right? And now the next question should be, how do I get some Monero, right? There are plenty of ways you can do it. You can buy it directly from your bank account or a credit card. You can buy another cryptocurrency and you can swap it to Monero. Or you can sell a good or service for Monero, right? I'm going to go over the first one. You can buy Monero via fiat, right, US dollar, on Kraken in the United States, also Cake Wallet in the United States, and then a decentralized option, peer-to-peer. Let's say me and Johnny want to, exchange USD for Monero. You can do that on RetoSwap. Right? Nobody can see it. It's decentralized. It cannot be shut down. We have to make these decentralized options because we see Monero is being delisted everywhere because it works. Right? And then we're going to go, so we covered buying fiat, buying Monero with fiat. Now we're going to go on to buying into the crypto like Bitcoin, Litecoin, and then trading it for Monero. It's really simple. You can do it in-app on Cake Wallet. You can buy, let's say, Bitcoin on Cash App and then swap it. You could do it either, like I said, Cake Wallet will be the easiest for people that are new. You could do, I'm trying to think of other ones, right? It's going to be like SimpleSwap, Trocador, etc., etc. I'm going to put a little, a couple little services in the description. The ones that are easier for people, right? Trocador, good, but I'm not going to put down, let's say, Trade Ogre, right? I want this to be simple. That takes a little bit of learning. We want this to be as easy as possible for you. And now the third one is going to be selling good for service. So we have eBay competitors, which is XMR Bazaar, Monerica, apologize, XMR Bazaar and Monero Market. It's person to person, no fees, direct communications, all encrypted, right? I can sell my iPhone on there. Somebody sends me Monero. I ship it out. I rate them. They rate me. It's all just trust, right? Obviously, avoid scams, take precautions, but it's truly freedom, right? eBay, as we know, sucks. They shut down accounts, they take a lot of funds, and they do a lot of shady shit, frankly. The next step is going to be take action, right? Just pause the video, go to your app store, go online to Cake Wallet, download Cake Wallet, and then open a Monero wallet. It's going to give you these 12 to 24 words. Think of that as like the key to unlock the vault, right? You don't ever want to share these words, this key to unlock your vault of wealth, right? So write that down on a piece of paper, fold it, hide it somewhere you're going to remember, and don't ever share that. Do not screenshot these words. Do not type them somewhere. You could get away with that, but it's not advised, right? Somebody could hack your phone, your internet, whatever. It's just good to have it on a piece of paper, right? And then after you download Cake Wallet, you get your wallet set up. The next step is getting Monero, right? You can either buy it on these exchanges, you can swap to it, you can, sell a good or service. But the most important part is to actually get Monero, your private store of wealth, right? And then after you get that Monero, use it, right? You could hold it. You could also use it, right? I always advise to just buy the same amount of Monero you spend. I love using Molvad VPN, right, to hide my location from these people. And it's like $4 to $5 a month in Monero, and I just immediately buy that much Monero and Kraken. Right, very simple, very good, help support the ecosystem, but also continue to add to your balance. Because this is 2013 Bitcoin, and you will regret not stacking. Right, just treat it like a bank account, like an investment account and a bank account. And then you could also find, I'm going to put on screen, monero.eco, E-C-O. You can find all different places to use it. And, it doesn't include gambling on there or the darknet. But those are two other options. I don't know how many people are into that, but there is a good economy for both of those. And then next we're going to do some fun facts, right? Monero was born in 2014. It isn't run by a company. Instead, a huge community of volunteers who write the code, who, do everything. And it's very cool. We have a lot of cypherpunks that contribute a lot of time and resources and energy into this thing. And I'm grateful for them because personally, I'm not smart enough to do that, right? And then it's the dark web darling. It's the only thing used on the dark web. Originally, we went from, credit cards on the dark web to Bitcoin to Monero now, and nobody else accepts anything but Monero, right? And then it's miner friendly. Anybody can mine Monero. You can go on Monero GUI on desktop, download it, download Damien, click advanced, click run a node, and it's really easy. Simply anybody can do it. Your grandma can do it. Very easy. I'll make a little video on that. And then it's money for the people. Simply put, the best way to describe Monero is it's money for the people. Unlike Bitcoin, which is money for corporations, if you can call it money, right? Because money is what? It should be fungible, easy to use, cheap to use, and private. And that's what Monero is. So yeah. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. Message me at Sovereign Send on X or at Monero Maverick. I will be doing my best to, message you back. I do get a lot of messages, but feel free to reach out, and I will definitely, reach out. Maybe not instantly, but I will. Thank you for watching, if you watched this far. I think it's going to be funny looking back on these videos and where we were at in the future. Right now it is March, what is it? 29th of 2025. Monero is extremely undervalued, and I believe we are going to see it just skyrocketing, especially as I'm trying to educate people. And it's really not that hard to understand. It's just digital cash, right? A private store of wealth. So I hope you take action. Download Monero, get it, buy it, use it, send it to yourself for fun, get out there and spread the word if you can. Connect with people on X. There's a lot of like-minded people. We're building a large community on there to help educate and, promote the ecosystem and use the ecosystem to evolve, whatever. But, yeah. Hopefully this recording goes well. It didn't stop up there. Audio is fine. See the red light. So, yeah. Peace.